in a world.
My dude.
What's up, man?
How you doing, man?
Hey, man.
Talk to me, man.
Talk to me, man.
M-A-N-G.
Mank. Gotta bring it in, Mank.
That's right, bro. What are we talking about today, my homie?
Man, let's talk about the whole process of interviewing
Oh, near and dear to my heart.
in today's world. It ain't what it used to be, player.
If you can even get the interview.
Today's episode is brought to you by our sponsor, Bop Karaoke. Looking for a new way to turn up the fun? Try Bop Karaoke, the most entertaining karaoke gaming app. With Bop Karaoke, you're not just singing, you're playing a game. Choose from country, pop, R&B or hip-hop, set your level of difficulty and let the fun begin. With gamified features, scoring and leaderboards, you can compete with friends or just enjoy the spotlight solo. The best part? You can record and share your bops or keep them just for yourself. Whether you're a shower singer or a stage-ready performer, Bop Karaoke makes every note memorable. Ready to record yours? Head to bopkaraoke.com or search for Bop Karaoke in your app store. Let's make your next karaoke session one to remember. Download Bop Karaoke today.
Interviews, I feel like they are just lying to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there used to be a network of people that you could call on, headhunters.
Yeah.
That specialized in your role or in your industry that you could hit up and they'd be like, hey, I got a handful of things. Now, it probably is some people like that,
Mm-hmm.
but I think LinkedIn has just messed up everything.
It does. Yeah. So, I mean, full disclosure, I'm in the middle of job searching currently, stat. And I mean, it's like you get the LinkedIn premium and it's almost like you have to have LinkedIn. I mean, a lot of times when you're applying for a job, there's even a box that's like, what is your LinkedIn URL profile? And it all of it makes it feel like you have to have LinkedIn, but I haven't found anything that where I felt like, wow, LinkedIn really helped me here. I currently.
Yeah, it started off that way, but yet and still, I don't think I've ever gotten anything off of LinkedIn. I've met some people.
Right.
To me, LinkedIn is a good way of connecting with somebody without necessarily giving them your phone number.
Sure.
Right.
Like,
Like, oh, you on LinkedIn, but it started off as this way for you to obtain a job. But in essence, it's a bunch of hogwash now, man. It is full-fledged a work social media. And it's
yeah.
and it seems like what people are doing is they're using LinkedIn to set up a future interview.
Right.
Right? Because it's kind of like, ooh, look at me. Oh, normally I don't post these types of things.
Right.
But I'm going to post it today. And this is actually my daughter. And it's like, that ain't what it's for.
That is not cool, bro.
Right? Or it's just this uber edifying. I just want to thank all of the regional directors that came into Dallas.
You're right.
We had an incredible summit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why is that for the world? Isn't that an internal note?
It's become like a free place for big companies to advertise.
Like, look what we're doing here. But I'm like, hey, I should know who your team is. Like, to me, there are a bunch of things that did earlier on that I recognized. Like, this is dumb. Because people would be like, oh, here's our President's Club team.
Right.
And they'd list all the people. So now I know who's
to go.
a badass over
Who am I
there.
going to go snipe? Who am I going to go steal?
Why are you doing that?
Not cool, bro.
Don't put that stuff on there.
Yeah.
Then it's like all of these jobs, and for anybody that's looked for a job, I love to hear from you, and you tell me that you got a gig off of there.
Right.
Because to me, By the time it gets to LinkedIn, it's just to show that, hey, we're growing, or we need a territory manager in Chicago.
Right.
But that role is locked and loaded for somebody already.
Right. It's like we are required by law to post this and to get this many applicants and have it up for this many days. We check the box.
Yeah. And with AI, it's, if you don't have enough of the right words in your CV,
Yeah.
it won't make it. But the main point here is this. All right. I don't want to make it seem like doom and gloom.
Yeah. What's the upside? Help me out.
The upside to me in 2026
Mhm.
is, you got to find whatever industry that you want. I'm talking bigger. I'm not talking you, right? You got to find whatever industry you want. You know, is it healthcare? Is it automotive? Is it airlines? Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So you say, I want to work for an airline,
Mhm.
right? The best thing about LinkedIn is it'll tell you who you know that works in the airlines.
Exactly. And those are the people you go hit up.
You got to hit them up,
Mm-hmm.
and they got to have your resume. They got to do a soft introduction for you. It's longer than what you think.
Yep.
Right. So the easiest way to break into a company that you have no relationship with now is the social proof. You got to have a buddy that's going to be like, oh, I know Alexei.
Somebody vouch for you.
Yeah. You got to have somebody vouch for you.
That's right.
And it's got to be in somebody's queue
Mm-hmm.
before the gig is available.
That's right.
You know, because you thinking you're going to see a job post on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would challenge everybody. Post for a job and see what happens.
Yep.
You know, unless it's just the luck of Lucian, you've jumped on there. This is the first time they post. There's some weird startup or whatever. But I don't think you're going to get the traction you think you're supposed to get.
I can tell you from experience that I have not.
So talk to us a little bit about the experience.
It's just been a lot of static is what it, it's kind of like talk. It's like sitting in a room. It's like when we were kids and you did the hearing aid test and you're like, did I hear that? Am I alone? Is there somebody in here? And
they were actually, what we found out, they were actually testing you to see if you had like special powers.
Right. Oh, and I did, but I won't.
I did too.
We
I
can't
was
talk
like,
about that.
I hear that. They were like, shit. But yeah, it's not even what it's caked up to be.
It's not confidence inspiring to say the least.
So I'm like, don't even go on there. I mean, go on there and look. It'll tell you what gigs are open.
Right.
But you're going to get most of your traction from a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Friends and family. Somebody that you, and don't just go to anybody that you, like, go to one of your homies that are really going to put you in front of somebody.
Right.
And even if that might, that might break it down and be like, oh, well, I'm probably only going to work for 3 or 4 companies because these are where my dogs are.
Exactly.
Because you give it to somebody that you had an okay relationship, they're not going to push that for you.
You need somebody who's going to fight for you.
Yeah. And I get, I feel like I need to stop these alerts on my phone, but I get alerts from people that and it's like, they're like, oh, hey, such and such says something. And I can barely take it. I can barely digest it on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
It just sounds so fake, so insufferable. And it's like everything is so whimsical. Oh, we just had the best regional marketing meeting and as you're getting on your knees for all of these other people in the organization. It's just sickening.
Pause. No, I'm just kidding.
I mentioned what I said. They get on their knees, bro. And every time I go on there, I'm like, why am I on here?
Right. Why do I got to get on my knees again?
And there's so many. I'm like, you have a job. I just want to know you're working in a job. You're doing a job. Okay. And let's just say you're putting together, video, you're putting together an online training for people.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
What's going to make you want to go and write a 200-word post about it on LinkedIn?
No, not much.
What are you getting from that?
Yeah. My problem is there's those jobs that you're applying for where they're like, please attach or upload work that you are proud of. And I'm like, I don't think that I can. I mean, I've done a bunch of work and I'm very proud of it, but I don't think I'm allowed to just give it to anybody willy-nilly.
Oh my God. That, and then trying to go back to, especially for those of us that are getting long in the tooth as Gen X, they want to see all of your jobs.
Yeah.
I'll be like, delete. I'm not even applying for this.
Yeah. I mean, that's where, like, yeah, if you're somebody who's, here's the thing that I've found out, and I think I found this out the hard way, and it's kind of like, oh shit, I was this many years old. I was today years old when I figured this out. When I look at these young bucks that are shooting up companies and they're rising and they're succeeding, I feel like and I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. It feels like these are also the people that did 1, 2, 3 years here, boom, move. 1, 2, 3, 4 years here, boom, move. 1, 2 years here, boom, move. And every time they've moved, it's been up step, up step, up step. And, I look at people like me and, that was like, man, I was at one spot for 20 years. I don't think I did myself any favors sticking around at a spot. And, and so now it's like, I'm old and that is not an advantage anymore. I went from being used to always being the youngest person in the room and the youngest person in my peers in the role to quite the opposite, and it's been eye-opening.
Well, it is eye-opening. And when I met you, we talked about how many people get locked into an organization for the thought of that pension.
Golden handcuffs.
And it's like, nobody wants that, but they could let you go.
Mm-hmm.
And then where's the pension?
Yeah, right. And yeah.
And then, but you have all these people that are, oh my God, I need that, but I'm going to work here for the next, 15, 20 years in pure misery with the thought of a pension?
I don't even know if companies do that. Do like if you're a kid, if you're a Gen Zer on the street, can you even go start at a company and get a pension?
No, but I'm just saying I've seen some people who were miserable, but like I can't look because I got this thing hanging over my head.
Exactly.
You're not having the quality of life that you want. You're angry. You're driving to work, you're driving home angry every day.
Right.
So why the heck would you stay there? You just gonna have to, we're in this world now where you just got to roll up your sleeves and try and make it happen, bro.
Well, yeah. And then you got people like us whose parents are like, well, when I was young, I bought a house when I was 22 and
that shit was $26,000.
And I worked at this company for 26 years and retired and I'm comfortable. I'm like, Dad, that shit don't work no more, dude.
Yeah, that's why they made sure they cut that shit with us.
Yeah, that shit's gone. Long gone.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that's the unfortunate part. And then you're like, oh, I got experience, but like you said, you don't want to look like the old guy.
You do not. That's why this beard might be an endangered species, baby.
No, you know, I'm just saying on paper, right? It's
for sure.
the work that you do and what you offer to organizations is
Right.
incredible. But you've got a lot of, how shall I say this? You've got a lot of incompetent people who are the gatekeepers for organizations.
Oh, right. Yeah. Especially recruiters. You're like
The internal recruiters. Oh my God. I've met them. I'm like, you're an idiot.
they are like, they're
Yeah.
scheduling interviews on top of interviews, and they're scheduling time with people that aren't available. And you're
Yeah.
like, do you even know how to do your job?
I'm like, look at the person who is, welcoming people into the organization.
You are the public representation for this
Like,
organization.
You're an idiot. You're
No.
an idiot. Like, I already know
Idiot.
what's going on. So you've got those people that'll be like, well, what is this? What does that mean on your resume? And you're like, it means what it says it means. You know,
Bitch, please put me through.
I took a year off.
Right.
I left. Well, you had an issue with your manager? Yes, there are some psycho managers out here.
Mhm. There's
You
a
know.
there's a sub, of course there's a subreddit. On Reddit there is a subreddit for job searching. And I kind of made I don't know if it's a mistake. I went around in there and was poking around and looking at posts, and it was like, if you are interviewing, don't talk. You can't say that you didn't like your previous boss, because every company today is risk averse, and don't give them a reason to think that you're crazy or a problem. And it's like, there's no excuse for being honest anymore. You're not allowed to be honest.
No, you got to be a drone.
Yep.
You have to be a yes man, yes woman.
Yep.
You have to be cold hearted. And now all of a sudden, if you said that you work for a psychopath, then people will be like, well, are you going to think I'm a psychopath? And if you're not, then you wouldn't think that. If you're not a psychopath, then you would be like, you know what? I've seen some psychopaths before. I may not have worked with them. I may have worked side by side with them.
Right.
Right. But we've seen it. We've seen people who thought they had the golden ticket, and now they out on the streets.
Oh, dude. I can
Ticket.
I can think of a person who went through something like they were the top of the top, the best of the best, been with the organization forever and ever, and something happened, and bye-bye. And
not only like it went from, I didn't get the position I thought I was going to get,
right,
to hit the road, Jack.
Hit the road, Jack.
Back anymore.
And without being specific, that person went from the top of their game to the bottom of their game very rapidly.
Bottom of their game. And I'm just going to call it, I'm going to call it, call it like I see it. I used to see that a lot in the Black community. Like,
Okay.
just somebody just gets slashed.
Mm-hmm.
And from my perspective, I'm like, see, brothers got to work a little harder. So I never not thought that a brother could just, any small thing could get you taken out. That's how I've gone through my entire work life. Like, lot of like somebody, they will come in here and axe my ass. Now I am seeing privileged white boomers
Yeah.
get axed.
Bye-bye.
Right? Like, bye-bye. Right? Like, oh, you may have had a meeting with the board, or you might have done this, or you might have done that.
Yeah.
And to me, that's surprising. Right?
It is very surprising because in a bunch of instances, we talked about this a couple of times, tribal knowledge. Like you're like you're kicking somebody to the streets that might be the only person that knows how to operate the old Rollo 5000. And but you still have this equipment or process or gear. Who's going to run that? And you just bounce the people out like without even a thought.
And you got to keep, I've been seeing more and more the benefit of tribal knowledge.
Yeah.
I was raised in organizations where they did have a little bit of ageism, right? So once you start getting up there, and back in the day, our age seemed old as hell, right? Like, you 50? Like, shit, you old. But now what you're seeing is there's people that are working in their 60s, pushing 70.
Yep.
And what I've noticed from the places I've been and the different people I've worked with is that people who are valuing tribal knowledge are getting further.
That's right.
Right. And it's like, we're not going to make Johnny over here the boss, but Johnny's been around the block, and Johnny's not the regional director. Johnny's a long-term rep, but Johnny got some horror stories that he can share.
He's seen some shit. Nobody knows some shit.
And his take is now helping these younger bucks, these Gen Zs, these millennials. If they want to listen, Johnny's kind of like your uncle that comes by. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you're like, man, you just kicked it. We had a couple beers. We kicked it, and you kind of gave me some direction. But the companies that's getting rid of them, it's just a saloon door for people. And now you're seeing, and I'm talking about all industries. You're seeing
for sure.
Those names that used to hold a lot of weight. Now it's like, that's being diminished, and people aren't falling to their knees to try and get that gig.
It brings up there's 2 points for me that I want to make. The first is kind of a joke. There's a Jamie Foxx was on a I think a talk show like Graham Norton or a British talk show, and he was talking about being at a club, and these two girls, like 20-something-year-old girls, came up to him and were like, hey, kind of like, hey, how's it going? Didn't know who he was or anything. And he's like, how are you? What's going on? How old are you two? And I'm 20, I'm 21. And, I'm 22. And he said, I'm 50. And he said their reactions were like, oh, you caught something lethal. Like, oh, you can die from that. You can die from being 50 years old. And it was hilarious. And so the point that I was trying to make is that there's this stigma around, like being 50 plus and, we need to put you out to pasture. Right. But on the flip side of that, and we've seen this in the blue collar industry too. And I think especially with AI now, we're going to 100%, it's even going to be a faster, sneakier, more lethal scenario in the white collar industry is this idea that everything is disposable and replaceable, right? So, for a period of time there, you would kind of like, nobody knew how to use a slide rule or a graphing calculator, or, he had all these engineers that put people on the moon, allegedly, according to some people I know.
Nobody's been on the damn moon, boy.
Using a slide rule and a pocket protector pencil.
Right.
And that's legit real stuff. And there isn't a college graduate kid under 30 that even knows how to use a slide rule. And so that knowledge is gone, right? Whether you're talking about welders or architects or any of those scenarios, those people don't know how to do that stuff anymore the same way. And now that you're having this period of time where AI is filling in the gaps, right? I mean, AI, you can use AI to build an app for you. You can go into Claude and just be like, build this app for me, make it, right? And you have an app. You don't know how to make that app. What I'm saying is these shortcuts, these crutches, again, this is my opinion, they're going to build this false narrative of a level of advancement, and then something's going to happen, whether it's a bug in the code or
Power surge,
a power surge, or an EMP gets blasted.
Yeah.
Right? And all of these people that are sitting on top of a lack of knowledge, they're all going to fall on their asses, and it's going to be the people that were sitting there, nose to the grindstone, that they got put out to pasture, or oh, you're replaceable. They're just going to be laughing at their asses off at you.
Yeah. If you got to go back to hand-to-hand combat, you're going to have to go to the people who know hand-to-hand combat.
That's right.
And that's, I've seen the med tech industry deteriorate. I started off at Johnson & Johnson, sir.
Right.
And I say that with a badge of honor, because those jokers did not play around in terms of your discipline, your rigor.
Right.
How, are you going to get up and speak this talk to these physicians? You're going to get up in front of the room. We're going to make sure it was boot camp.
Right.
And if you think about anything else, how you going to get somewhere if you don't practice it? Or how you going to overcome an objective?
You talking about practice?
Talking about practice? Game.
Yep.
Well, and that stuff stuck with me. And I remember going through a phase when everybody was trying to dog pharma.
Right.
I'm like, what type of crack are y'all smoking? We built this industry.
That's 100%
Pharma
truth.
built this, going in, detailing, taking people, going head to head against the competition. I'm not like this, but I can remember back in the day, we had Lilly reps.
Mm-hmm.
I sold Risperdal, and they sold Zyprexa. Bro, it was like North and South Korea.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to myself, this is stupid.
Yep.
What's up, man? What's up? What's
Yeah.
up, Sheila? How you doing? How do you work with that? I'm like, why am I out here fake beefing with somebody who's selling another product, and we all giving people gynecomastia, but we didn't know it at the time.
Right.
There's this massive freaking, side effect profile that none of us even knew.
Yep.
Right? So now if you had those, I've seen it on those commercials. If you've taken this drug, call this number.
We'll make you a ton of
And
money.
I made my ducats off of that stuff, bro.
Right.
Well, yeah, and I think what you have is you have leaders. You're propping all of these people up who are just talking the talk,
Mm-hmm.
and then cutting corners. In corporate America is all about money, and we talk about this. The level of greed the normal person doesn't understand.
Ooh, doggy.
They don't know. It's like, oh, we want more. And we want more. We made that. We want more. We want more. And you'll never be able to get your hands wrapped around corporate greed.
Nope.
So it's always, we want to make more with less. So that'll be like, I'm only going to take people out of the field if necessary. And then I'm only going to train them if necessary. You don't win like that.
No, we've talked about it a bunch. Like, how many times have we seen, a company, an industry, a product team where, they have this runway of time, whether it's a year or longer, where they didn't have any competitors, right? And they're just out there like, they're making fat stacks, right? Because they're like, you're going to buy this, just take it. And then all of a sudden, inevitably, competition comes in, right? And it's like, wait, I don't know how to sell when I have competition. And so, because none of these people ever had basic selling skills. I mean, how many times have we seen budget cuts in training because it was like, well, we need them to know more about XYZ. I mean, when we've heard of groups or industries that was the first thing that they wanted to cut budget on, was like training people. And I'm sitting there going,
those were assets.
how are you going to make more money when you're teaching them less?
Yeah. It's the whole, and this is funny. I actually saw something good on LinkedIn. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it was another training cat that I used to, Dwayne Best.
Oh,
Good dude. Yeah, you remember Dwayne.
Yeah.
But he put up this deal, and he said, so this is how much a professional team practices.
Right.
Then here are the games.
Yes.
And then it was like reverse. It was like one practice.
Uno reverse card.
It was like one practice a year for all the selling.
Nope.
And it's like at the end, and it's like whatever.
Just to check a box.
The visual made so much sense. But I just don't understand how companies don't do that. You're not going to win if you're not investing in your people. And I think all of this ends up trickling down to them hiring the wrong people, not looking for the right folks. And sometimes you got to bring in an outsider. You got to bring somebody who be like, I never sold any of this shit. I sold Vlasic pickles.
Right. You need somebody that's going to come in and take a hard look at what you're doing and make sure you're not full of poo-poo.
Right. Because
you might be full of poo-poo.
Most of the organizations are, or they got somebody running it where they think, a lot of people just think past experience is gonna get you there.
Yep.
Right. Like, have you sold wine before? Yeah, but maybe I'm tired of selling wine.
Right.
Right. Just because I sold, Chablis doesn't mean that I'm gonna come over here and kick ass over here.
Right.
Sometimes you need to find people who have overcome obstacles, right? Who have taken share from one place to another. They've grown it, right? They've did things in the face of adversity. Those are the intangibles that you want. Not like, who sold Chardonnay? Okay, get Chardonnay sellers in here. That's not going to do it. And so that is what makes the job market so hard now, because it's just trickling down. So the only place, the place where you're going to win is going in shoulder to shoulder with an old homie. So what I would say for everybody to do is get that list of your old homies and what you laughing at?
You tell me I should find a homie of mine, somebody that I'm really tight with, and I should hit him up for a job.
That's who you got to go with.
I might know a guy.
You might know somebody. But for our listeners out there, there's a lot of people that's like in a weird place.
Yeah.
And so for us now, it's okay if you 50 plus and you like, man, I need to make a move.
Right.
Just be very strategic about it. Just be strategic. It's just like anything else. There are people who make a decision to, it's very similar, but somebody makes a decision to leave a spouse.
Correct.
You can't really do that without support.
No.
You gotta be like, I'm bailing. Oh, you don't want to do that. And you got to talk through it. You got to get some people to help you. Because you might have to get somebody to help you pull a U-Haul up while somebody is at work or something.
The other scenario is don't leave until you've got every bow tie. This is a funny analogy. So back in the day, I was dating this girl, and she worked for Mary Kay, right? She was, selling makeup or whatever it was. I don't even know Mary Kay still exists.
Yeah. You ever see them pink Cadillacs?
I haven't I used to see them all the time.
I just saw one. Yeah, they still exist, man.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, and so she was, the whole idea was don't quit your day job and go 100% on Mary Kay until you've got enough customers, you've got things set up to support you, like you're talking.
Pipeline open.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, the whole scenario is don't just think today is not 10 years ago, right? Don't just think, oh, my boss is an asshat, I'm quitting, and there's going to be a brand new job and you're going to get it in 2 weeks, because that's not the reality.
It's not the reality. And you're going to have to take that same energy in infiltrating the place that you want to go.
Yep.
That's what you got to do. You got to meet your homie, and then you got to tell your homie to introduce me to one of your homies, right? You got to make a little bit of a bond in there before you even get there.
I would say more than a little bit.
you do, because trying to look for a gig online is very depressing, and when you're looking, you can't allow yourself to get super depressed.
No, you got to stay positive no matter what.
You gotta be like, oh, this didn't work. Oh, that didn't work when this gonna work. And so you gotta have a representative on the other side of the wall working for you.
True.
I think you're gonna find openings, and I think you can find people in HR, because it's a lot of times, man, I done been on there and hit up 100 people, right? Copy and paste letters. Hey, would love to just chit chat, have a cup of coffee, virtual. People don't even respond. And I mean, I get the same thing. There are people sending stuff to me, and I'm like, is this working?
That's true.
Are you getting any sales?
Are my email settings correct? What the heck?
Yeah. You sent this. You must have not got back. I'm like, no. And before, when you used to link in with people, it was just like, oh, this is cool. But now when somebody links in with you, they want something.
Right. That's the thing. Yeah. I mean, like if I go into LinkedIn and I see has requested to connect with you and we don't have anybody in common, my first thought is, what does this person want?
What angle is this?
What do they want from me?
What angle is this? What they tripping about? It makes no sense.
Completely agree, my man.
So we just gotta stay the course. It's good energy for you. We're gonna find something different.
Yes, we are.
We're gonna find something new, but I mean, we have to we have to live by what we preaching too. It can't,
No, could not agree more.
And you got to stay on it, because this folks again that, oh yeah, that was great talking to Alexei, and but then every now and then you got to be like, yo, hey, how's it going?
Right,
like on a calendar. Hey, just checking in. Anything coming up?
Yep.
And you talked about this before. But that's a good idea, too. Tell somebody you work 1099 for them to start.
It's exactly true.
Yo, I'll come in there as a contractor.
Yeah.
Let me come in as a contractor, show you what I'm doing.
Let's just do a 2-week gig. What do you got?
Yeah, check in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? I'll do some work for you.
100%. There's a lot of companies, they won't even, depending on the position, they won't even hire you out the gate. You have to come in as a contractor.
Yeah. So
there's that.
There's that. Keep your head up out there, people.
That's right, man.
And friends and family. That's the way to go.
That's true. You never know who your family is. They might not share blood, but they still could be family.
It's a ton of family.
You got tons of family out there.
They wanna help you.
Vibin, I see you. Thank you.
Ooh.
I was talking to Vibin. He's a good dude. Anyway, on a lighter note, are you a Shakespeare guy? Do you like Shakespeare?
No.
Do you hear about that movie Hamnet?
Yeah. So it won a couple of things the other day, didn't it?
Did it? I haven't watched the Oscars yet, but I think it has won some stuff. I watched it not having a clue, which is my favorite thing. You know that about me. I don't like to know anything about a movie. I didn't realize that Hamnet was a story about William Shakespeare and his wife as young people finding each other and growing up, and the struggles and tribulations that they had as a couple and as a family, and that Hamnet was one of their kids, which inspired the play Hamlet, because Hamnet and Hamlet were interchangeable back in the day. And it was a really, really good movie.
Sounds whack. I'm like, where are we going with this? This sounds like trash.
There was a couple of scenes where I was just like, oh my God. It's like talking about the tragedy. And I like things that make me feel something. Doesn't mean I need to feel good, but I like.
That's you. Make me feel good.
Right?
Remember Halle Berry?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Monster. What's something you've been watching? What have you been up to?
Paradise is back, bro. Are you watching
Is
that?
it? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's a good show.
Good. Season 2, they do a good job with that, bro.
Yeah.
Paradise.
I'm very excited for at the end of this month. March is the month, in case you're listening to this in the future, March 2026. My favorite author is, his name is Andy Weir. And his very first big book, which he self-published, self-promoted, got so big on just word of mouth, and it was called, little book called The Martian, which ended up becoming a huge movie with Matt Damon.
Yeah.
His latest book was called Project Hail Mary, and also has been adapted into a movie, and it is set to release at the end of this month with a little tiny actor, maybe you've heard of him, Ryan Gosling, as the main character. And I'm extremely Ryan Gosling.
Joking.
I'm extremely excited for this movie to come out. So
settle down.
Can you hear it?
Yeah. Put some ice on that thing, bro.
Go take a cold shower.
Go take a cold shower over Ryan Gosling. Yeah. What else have I been watching? Oh, it's this good one, Inside the CIA.
Oh, I heard that's good.
It's real life stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like mainly retired agents, and they're just walking you through like, what the hell happened? We went after this dude in Afghanistan, and he was doing this. So it's just them telling you real stuff. Like, I got caught up in Russia, and they thought I was a spy, and it helped me for 2 days.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Did you watch that show that I was talking about with Emil? Oh gosh. What was the girl, the main character from the blonde character from Game of Thrones, the dragon mother, and this other chick are CIA wives stationed over in Russia in Moscow. I gotta find it.
I want to watch that.
No, it's amazing.
Yeah, you got to tell me with that, because that's my jam right there.
Yeah. It's oh gosh, here it is. Ponies. It's called Ponies. I think it's on Peacock.
But that scares me. Is it good on Peacock? Because NBC can get a little bit whitewashed a little bit.
No, it's pretty good. It's on Peacock.
Oh.
I thoroughly enjoyed it because basically these two housewives, and things happen, and all of a sudden they're out there, making plays and doing things and so it's based in the Cold War in the 70s in Moscow, and I'm
gonna look for that today.
It's good.
Yeah. Interesting thing about that Inside the CIA, it was I enjoyed all of them. The one I enjoyed the least was
the least.
The fact that it was the head. It was like this head of the CIA, not the head, it was like a station chief. And so after 9/11, the government was like, do everything to figure out who the hell did this. And I can go down 7 different rabbit holes about that.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is they approved them to waterboard.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The government was like, do what you need to do to get this stuff from them. And then as soon as it leaked that people were getting waterboarded, they turned on all of these CIA guys. Like real CIA people who've been in the shadows working in other countries, keeping us safe. And they were going to like expose these people. And their boss had to be like, and it's funny how stuff goes. And this is interesting. Like when the big wigs find out that, there's public outrage, they'll turn on you, even in the fact that they were like, do it. So they turned on all of these CIA people, just ran them in the dirt, like on trial for a couple of years. People, parents thinking they're going to prison. Imagine being the head dude at the CIA and you think you about to go to prison, and then your entire team. So then
that's crazy.
Bro, so then it's like they got these tapes out, and they're like, well, what do we want to do with these tapes? And the whole point was they didn't want people's faces being on there. Right? So it's like, I told you to do what you need to do, and we got these tapes. And the thing that happened was they had some tapes from Abu Ghraib. And Abu Ghraib was horrible. Yeah. These were not high-level people. These were just some freaking army people running a jail who lost their mind and were doing sadistic shit.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. So that jammed it up. You just had a bunch of idiots over here. And then you had guys over here that were they were torturing people.
Right.
But they were getting the information, putting pieces together. Real, like, as my dad would say, real police work. Real global police work. Dude, so the boss eventually is like sending it to Congress and everything. Like nobody wanted to make a decision on getting rid of him. He went to this, and the only reason he didn't get rid of him because of what the stuff was on there. He just didn't want your face being shown.
Exactly.
Right? Like New York Times, Washington Post, and then now you're vilified, your family and everything. Bro, that was such a mess. I felt so disgusted for them to have done that work like that. And then all of these congressmen, and then it was like, oh, not the Obama administration is gonna look into it. And it's like, y'all told them to do it. You knew they were doing it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if we don't approve of it, but now you're gonna try and ruin these people's lives.
It's kind of like waterboarding, right? It's like everybody knew it was going down.
Sometimes you might have to waterboard a joke.
That's what I'm saying. If shit's coming to shit, but then how do you decide when is it, like, how is there a piece of paper that says
waterboard?
Now it's allowed, now it's not.
Yeah, I will waterboard you when you need. After you saw flat out. And they were like, it was the only thing that worked.
Yep.
It was like, oh man, these people are talking.
All right. Speaking of that, this or that.
Yeah.
Would you rather, on the same top, I think this shifts gears perfectly. Would you rather, so you got this person who's extremely obsessive compulsive, very powerful, very, very influential. Would you rather them completely hate your guts, or would you rather them be like over the top in love with you?
Stay away from me.
You got to pick one, man.
Yeah, no, I'm saying no. Hate my guts. Stay away from me.
But would you rather them use all of that negative energy for evil or for good?
Well, sometimes overzealous good people can be. Like,
I'm just saying. There's
that's like there's people. I mean, there's people who love you and that like stalk you and kill you.
Right. No, I feel you, bro.
I'd rather you just hate me, and then I'm like, good, stay away. But love, no.
Yeah. My thing is, it's like, what if they just have the power to completely ruin your life?
Both of them do.
Yeah. Both. That's well said. Well said.
Yeah. That's how them people show up. Be like, we're married. Bang, I'm gonna kill you.
Right. There's not a lot of difference between love and hate.
No, it's the I'd rather have them like that. And then now I'm like, okay, it's easier to put a protection order against that type of joker than the one that loves you.
Yeah. It's like, would you rather Jeff Bezos love you or hate you? I'm like, I don't know, dude.
If he love you too much, you're going to be just as trapped.
Just as trapped, man. Just as trapped. That's a good one.
Yeah, man. Well, as always, my brother, I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, my guy.
Peace.
Peace.